Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another fantasy football video. It's your boy JefeZhai. I never say that in my intros. This morning I woke up in a fantasy football mood. Alright, I woke up, matter of fact, in a running back mood. I got up and I started stiff arming my pillows. So we're gonna break down the must-own running backs for fantasy football this year. Alright, these running backs right here, they will definitely help you guys win your fantasy football leagues. I'm telling you guys, these are must-draft players, must-own players. I'm tired of talking. I'm ready to spit some facts. Alright, I'm happy because Trey Lance just signed his deal with the Niners. I'm excited about that. But we're not here to talk about Trey Lance. Alright, let's just get into the running backs right here, man. The first running back I have on my list. Which one should I give you guys first, man? You know what? We're gonna start from the bottom. Alright, start from the bottom. Now we're here. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go with Mike Davis. Alright, number 22 running back at the moment, 53 overall. Mike Davis is somebody that I'm very intrigued by this year. Look at his profile picture here, man. Look at him. He looks mean. He looks like he's ready to bring you home a fantasy football championship. That's what he looks like. But there's a reason why this guy's nickname is the Black McCaffrey. I understand it was under Carolina's offense and he's on a new squad, but I mean, look at these targets that he was getting last year, man. 8, 9, 6, 10, 6, 5. Like, if you're a running back getting at least 5 targets a game, you're somebody that's on my radar, especially for PPR. If you look at the Atlanta Falcons depth chart, first of all, this team looks horrible, all right? I'm just going to say it. But besides that point, they don't really have that much competition in the backfield, all right? He's got Cordero Patterson behind him, all right? This guy is the clear lead back for the Atlanta Falcons. For me personally, I can actually trust him as a running back one this year because, I mean, we all know how much Carolina just loves to spam their running back. And I think he lived up to that challenge, man. I think he'll have another great season this year for the Atlanta Falcons. Their new head coach is Arthur Smith. All right, let's take a look at him. Look at this guy, man. He loves his running backs. This is a running back kind of guy, all right? He was on Tennessee. He coached Derrick Henry. I'm not saying Mike Davis is going to be the next Derrick Henry, but I mean, come on. Look at this guy. He loves himself some Mike Davis. And another thing to think about with players on weak-ass teams like Atlanta is that they're going to be losing a lot of football games, which means that they're going to be behind a lot. And when you're behind in football, you got to throw the damn ball. And that usually favors receivers, but game script actually favors Mike Davis in this scenario, just based on the fact that he has the pass catching ability and he can gain a lot of yards over the air. So yeah, man, that's my first running back on the list right here. Mike Davis is somebody you guys should definitely be looking at. Let's take a look at his ADP real quick, man. What is his ADP overall? Number 53 overall pick, which is what, the 5th round? I would not mind you guys picking this guy in the 4th round, all right? I could see him going in the 4th round instead of the 5th round here. He's a number 22 running back for PPR. I think you can definitely bump him up a couple spots. I'm not gonna lie. But let's move on to our next running back, and we're gonna go one spot above Mike Davis. Myles Gaskin at the 21 spot, number 47 overall. This can't be happening. I'm loving myself some Myles Gaskin this year, okay? His haircut is questionable, although I should not be talking about haircuts. I think Myles Gaskin is one of the most underrated players this year in fantasy, let alone running backs. I think people are really sleeping on this guy, man. I think he can creep up into that top 15 running back production zone this year. Last year, he missed a bunch of games. I think it was because of COVID, right? Yeah, he got COVID last year, which means he missed 2 games because of that. And I think he had a knee injury, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he had a knee injury as well. So that's something you guys should definitely be looking at. Knee injuries are pretty serious, especially for running backs, because, I mean, just look at Todd Gurley. But same kind of thing. PPR, you definitely want running backs who can catch the ball and who actually get targets. Listen, my nickname for Tua is Dot, all right? Dump off Tua. He loves throwing the check down, all right? The dump off. You know, he likes playing it safe. And guess who's going to be on the other end of it, all right? Myles Gaskin. That's him right there. I need to get hyped up, man. Let me look at some photos of Myles Gaskin. Look at him. Breaking tackles. Stiff arm. Why are these old weak-ass teams, though? Why is it the Jets? Same thing with Mike Davis. Look at this depth chart, all right? Malcolm Brown, Salvon Ahmed, Garrett Dokes. Come on, man. Now, to convince you guys even more on Myles Gaskin, I prepared some stats, all right? Some research behind this pick. Yards per target last year, minimum 40 targets among running backs. Guess who's number 1? Myles Gaskin. Guess who's number 2? Alvin Kamara. Woo! I probably could have searched this stat up, but you know what? I'm all about hard work, all right? Hard work beats talent, all right? 16.42 PPR points per game in games that he played last year. I'm telling you guys, man, this guy gonna get you at least 15 week in, week out. Like I said earlier, if this guy stays healthy, he's got top 15 running back potential, all right? Right now, he's the 47th overall player. I'm taking him in the 30s, okay? I'm putting him above David Montgomery, matter of fact. That's right, David Montgomery, I'm calling your ass out. I know you're watching right now. I'm putting him above Chris Carson, too. all right? Because we don't like Seahawks players. And, you know, Myles Gaskin, he's now my boy. Me and Myles are a gang, okay? Josh Jacobs, get the hell out of here. Myles Gaskin, better than Josh Jacobs this year. I'm telling you guys, man, take Myles Gaskin in your fantasy football drafts, okay? Let's move on to the final player of this video. Now, before we get into the final player on this list, man, make sure you guys leave a like on this video, all right? It really helps with the algorithm. It gets this video spread out to not any of your league mates, but other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it won't go to any of your league mates. So if you're watching this video right now, your league won't see it. It just... The algorithm like bans them from it. You know what I mean?
Stop the cap.
But it'll get more attention on the video, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you guys to leave a like and subscribe if you're new, man, because I'm making more of these. Anyways, last player on this list, we talked about him in our top 20, Austin Ekeler right here, man. Now, I don't really have a good experience with Austin Ekeler. Like I said, I had to trade him last year because I had CMC coming the other way. I also don't really have a good relationship with that guy either. He only gave me one game, which sucked. But first things first, he's bald. Let's talk about it. I don't know much about physics, but the aerodynamics, they're off the charts. Listen, if this guy played without a helmet, he'd be the greatest running back of all time. Right now, his ADP is number 15. All right, that's the second round. But I'm going to say this right here, man. I would take him in the first round. I would. Definitely not in this first 6 picks range, but after that, maybe a late first, 9, 10, 11, you can probably get your hands on some Austin Ekeler and get some good value. For me, honestly, Austin Ekeler could end up finishing as the 5th best running back this year in fantasy football. In my top 20 video, I'm pretty sure I talked about some confusion with the new coaching staff, but I'm not sure I touched up upon the fact that, you know, Justin Herbert is going to take a huge leap this year. And if he does that, then Austin Ekeler will get a lot of usage. Because if you take a look at last year, I mean, this guy got targeted 11 times. 16 targets! Holy crap! This guy's insane! I swear I did not notice that until just now. Holy, 9 targets, 9 targets. Yeah, no, this guy is definitely should be on your radar. That didn't make any sense, but you get what I mean. You gotta pick this guy on your fantasy team. If you've noticed the theme of this video, dual threat running backs. And besides like Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara, this guy is the ultimate dual threat running back. We got Black McCaffrey with Mike Davis. I'm calling this guy Baby McCaffrey. You're not gonna get too much out of his carries. He only scored 1 rushing touchdown as well, which means, you know, he's not really getting that many goal line touches either, but he makes it up with his receptions anyways. So who really cares? You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna catch the ball a lot out of the backfield, and that's gonna go a long way, especially in PPR. Back to my coaching staff point as well, they got rid of Anthony Lynn. People always talk about the people they bring in. What about the people they got rid of, okay? This man's Anthony Lynn, for some reason, will have to run a 4 running back set. I hope that doesn't happen this year, because for some reason last year, Justin Jackson just became like a feature running back. He was like Barry Sanders 2.0. I have no idea why he got 60 carries. Joshua Kelly, 111 carries for Joshua Kelly. He averaged 3 yards per carry. Why is this guy even playing football? So I really hope they can screw their heads in tight and actually go with Austin Ekeler. Number 9 running back, number 11 overall. To be honest with you guys, I could see him finishing in the top 5 for running backs this year. So in that case, I think it's a little too low. Let me know which other running backs you guys are looking at this year in fantasy football, all right? Besides the top 5. Okay, we all know the top 5, top 6. We all know these guys are getting taken. But let me know who else, you know, maybe the little under the radar guys you guys are looking for. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'm about to eat some dumplings.